Going to continue monitoring your traffic volumes and try take you back now to Lebombo Border Post, where, of course, Border Management Authority has since beefed up operations to clamp down on criminality. Let's get the latest with SABC News reporter Nhlamulo Mabasa. Nhlamulo, good to have you with us. So what is the latest currently? I can see relatively there's still quite a lot of activity behind you there in terms of what we can see in the insert. Good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon, Alicia, and sorry about that, a bit of network there. But, I can confirm, I'll move a bit out of shot, I can confirm that traffic has increased from the last time when we spoke, which was an hour ago. Then they had also stopped because it was also raining. But now I can confirm, I think my video journalist is also showing you that the traffic has increased. There's quite a number of vehicles that now are crippling in and people rushing to get home before Christmas. And to those that we have spoken to, they did even mention about their frustrations. Like I did indicate earlier on that as you about like 5 kilometers out from the border, it is quite difficult to get in. They're still saying that it is quite difficult to access the border port of entry. I'll also move a bit out of shot. That side we were showing you the vehicles that are crippling in, but on my right hand side, these are those that do not have cars that were ferried here by buses and taxis or other public transport to try and also to get home with counting the hours to Christmas, Alicia.
I posed this question as well yesterday. What seems to be causing all these processing delays? Is it systems errors, or it's simply just too many people that need to be processed through the border?
Alicia, it's quite a lot of people that I hear. From hour to hour, it's quite a number of people that are trying to get home. It seems, when we spoke to Dr. Masia Pato earlier, he did mention that they've taken even their officials that are stationed in their offices to go and assist by customs and trying to process those that are still crippling in. But they did say that they are struggling a bit because they do not have enough personnel on the ground. That's why you see now, even now, it looks like it's a bit slow. We will actually be trying, I think on the next crossing, we will try and move in just so that you can see the processes as the frustrations that are there. But I can confirm to you with what I could see without our cameras that there's not enough personnel to rather process the people that are trying to get home. And it is quite surprising, Alicia, but each and every year at this time of the year, they know that they will be dealing with a high number of people that are trying to get home for Christmas. And he did indicate that what we are seeing here, it is nothing compared to what we will be seeing after Christmas when they're trying to come back into the country back to work. And he did indicate that they will need a week at least to process those that have already crossed the border. But it is quite a challenge here. They need more personnel on the ground.
Very interesting indeed, Nhlamulo. Talk to us about those trucks. What is the latest in terms of that? Because we understand as an extra added measure to try and speed up processing yesterday, the BMA had said that they had divided food traffic from small vehicles from those trucks that we understand had been forming 30-kilometer long queues. How is that situation looking now?
With regards to trucks, everything is under control. Actually, it was a number of trucks that are actually coming back into the country. But with those that are going into Mozambique, we saw maybe less than 20 on the queue. So with that is controlled. The only problem that they have right now is motorists that are now fighting to get in. Like I did mention that Komatipoort town is actually on a lockdown because people are they've actually taken the 4 lanes going to different directions, trying to get in or rather to pass the port of entry. But with regards to trucks, everything is under control.
And in terms of SABC and Nhlamulo, what is their role there? Because as we understand, all the officials are being fully utilized to try and assist in the processing of those stuck individuals to try and get through the Lebombo port of entry.
With what we saw on the ground when I arrived here, I think around 12, from Komatipoort into the port of entry, there's, to tell you the truth, not a lot of police officers that I saw, even though I think less than 10 that I saw from Komatipoort into the port of entry. There's not much police officers that I saw, or even law enforcers, in this instance, traffic officials that are now supposed to be assisting with regards to the queues that are pouring into the port of entry. But there's less less police visibility.
And then when you speak to Dr. Masiapato, then Nhlamulo, what is he saying in terms of how soon, of course, is the BMA making those arrangements for additional staff to be brought in to assist with the processing so that, of course, by the time it's later hours in the evening, at least half of the people that we're seeing on screen would have been processed?
Alicia, I had that conversation with him. Actually, he even said that with regards to OR Tambo, he made an example with OR Tambo, that it was quite easy for them to process maybe about 30,000 people at a certain time, where to go. So this side, it seems like there is no really collaboration with SABC, with law enforcers on the ground. That's why everything seems to be very difficult. He also did mention that this port of entry is one of the busiest ports of entries, but there is not much collaboration with regards from what I could see on the ground, Alicia. So I don't know what's going to happen later on. We will be here, we will be checking. We'll also try to move out a bit to see if they are still struggling. But like I did say, there's not enough manpower on the ground.
All right. Thank you so much, Nhlamulo. We're going to, of course, keep tracking the developments there around the Lebombo port of entry. As we understand, traffic flows as well as activity is currently at a standstill. And we're going to go back there as soon as we have another live update.